Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gamer channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. And we're going to be taking a look at the trial dungeon, the Great Hunt. This trial was a collab between Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy XIV, so you'll be going against Rathalos from the Monster Hunter series. Now this fight will not work like a normal fight at all. As you can see, when you come in, you'll have the potion activatable button up there. During the first phase of the fight, even though Rathalos cannot be tanked, healing will still work normally. So you will want to save your potions. During the second phase of the fight, all healing will be ineffective other than using the potions, so you'll want to reserve them for that time. During the first phase of the fight, you're just trying to damage down Rathalos' HP. He has no aggro meter, so you're just going to be constantly rotating around him during his different abilities so that you can dodge them and not get knocked down. Whenever you see Rathalos raise his head to the right and his tail to the left, he's going to do a frontal and back attack, so you'll want to move to his sides. Whenever he just turns a direction and roars, then he's going to charge forward, so you'll want to move to his sides or behind him. When he targets one party member with a fireball, then you'll just want to move away from everyone else. After you deal about 15% of Rathalos' HP, the additional adds will come onto the field and begin targeting him. You can leave these alone and let Rathalos kill them, but they do have AoEs that they will use, and it's not really worth risking taking the damage yourself, so usually most groups will just kill them off. Once you get him down about 30% of his HP, he'll run to the center of the platform, and then a large gorilla will come in and knock him over. At this time, one of the tanks will need to jump on his back using the activatable point in front of him. This time you'll have a time maneuver where you'll need to just constantly mash your buttons to prevent yourself from being flung off of him. While you are on him, you will take massive amounts of damage, so there's kind of a limited amount of time to this. During this time, the rest of the group needs to kill the gorilla, and then after the gorilla is dead, Rathalos will fly off, and then you will need to get behind his body to avoid the massive attack that will instantly kill you. Afterwards, Rathalos will come back with an entire new lineup of abilities and a new down gauge. For the down gauge, every ability that is not a off global cooldown will add 1 point to the down gauge. Once you reach 100%, then he will fall out of the sky and you'll be able to do a normal amount of damage to him. While he's in the sky, he takes very reduced amounts of damage. It is still worth using your off global cooldowns to deal damage to him, but they will not assist you in building the down gauge. Once his down gauge reaches 100%, then you'll want to focus down the wyvern tail first. Destroying the tail will do a huge amount of damage to Rathalos, along with giving you an extra reward at the end of the dungeon. Destroying the tail also removes his tail attack from this second phase. Now for his abilities, whenever you see his flame build up in his mouth, he will then do a bite attack forward that will inflict burning on anyone that it hits. So you'll just want to move to his sides or behind him. When he rears his head back, he'll do a frontal swipe flame breath, so you'll just want to move to his sides or behind him again. Occasionally, he'll pick a party member and slowly charge at them, so you'll just want to move out from in front of this. When you see a group up marker on one party member, then you'll just want to group up and split the damage from this, and then move off of the fire pool that is left behind. If you are hit by any of the abilities during this phase and you need to be healed, you will have to use the activatable button on your screen. It will full heal you, as the healing from healers will have no effect, so healers should be assisting with damaging Rathalos to build the down gauge. In general, you will most of the time want to just stay on Rathalos' sides. He does not have attacks that will usually hit you if you are on the sides, so that's the safest point. For limit break, usually use it during the second downtime. You can usually finish Rathalos off at that time. And as you can see, with proper knowledge of his abilities, you won't get hit by a single ability, and this fight is extremely easy. And that's going to be it for the Great Hunt. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.